Hello and welcome back. I'm Lincoln, and today is the 7th day of October, which means we've made it through 1 week of my October 3D sculpting challenge, and today's prompt was table. Alright, I'm going to put up the prompt list right here. This table is a really quick and easy sculpt. It's only going to take a few minutes, and then at the end of the video I'll have a link to the next one showing you how to put all of the previous week's sculpts together into a cool scene at the end. That video is not complete yet, but as soon as it is, I'll have the link up so you can go to the next one. Okay, let's go and sculpt the table. Okay, today we're going to do a super simple, easy table. And just so you guys know, I'm in beta test version 1.66. So there's some menu options you'll see over here. This is much different now. These have been different for a little bit. This is all different. So, and if you click the add button, this is normally down below, but then these are all new. So because the repeaters have been put in here with the new version, this is like version 14 of 1.66. They're still working on the beta test. It is going to be super cool though, because like in this, I'm going to do a repeated pattern for the feet, and the radial option, I won't use it, but it is really cool because you can now rotate and copy validated objects, which is super cool. Okay, now let's go in and delete this, and we're gonna start with a lathe, and let's just do path. Okay, good enough. Flatten that one, flatten this one, and let's see, let's go a little bit thinner. Alright, that works. And I want to increase the topology and give this a bit of an edge. And you notice this acts a little bit different than it used to, but not much. It's just a little bit, it's changed a little bit from what it used to do. The corners aren't quite as hard, and especially once you increase the topology. So that'll be a cool top. So we'll go and validate that guy. I like it. And I'm going to use a cylinder for the little skirt on the table. We're going to add the hole. Now, if you do this, this will do both sides at once. If you click on here, then you can change each one individually. But we'll just go back, add the hole, and just do one, because I just want just a little skirting on the table. Now, you'll notice here, every time I add an object, the gizmos at the bottom, and this you won't have to do. I'm having to do it in this because there's a bug right now. I've got to reset that to the center so it works like it's supposed to. I just want to do just a little, little skirt at the bottom of the table, and that one I'm going to go and increase the subdivision again, and we'll validate it. Done. Alright, next thing, I want to add just the center spindle for the table, so we'll use the lathe tool again, and I'll just do a curve. We'll do something. That'll work. Not really. That did not turn out very nice. It's kind of ugly. Okay, that works. And at the bottom, we need a little something going on here. I want to keep this fairly squarish. So I can add the legs to it. I like it. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. And we'll validate it. I'm going to shrink it down because it's a little bigger than I really want. Perfect. Okay, so you see that's like totally out of the world, and we just already have the gizmo selected. Select this gizmo option, move it to origin, and we're back home. We'll just drop it in there. Let's see, it can be a little further down. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go in and add a box, and I'm going to fix this again. I'm going to bring it down. Bring it to the side, snap it, which it's not terribly necessary. Let's bring this down a little bit, you know, just fairly, a little bit thinner anyway. Doesn't have to be perfectly thin, but a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to come in and I will go ahead and bring up the subdivision on that. We'll validate it. We'll grab the trim brush. We'll grab the polygon. Now the polygon's a little bit different. So you get a click and drag and a third click where it used to be just 3 clicks. It's just changed up a little bit from what it used to be. Not a huge change, but there's something a little bit different from what it was anyway. There we go. I like that. Now that's going to cut it away, so we need to flip it. There we go. Gizmo, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean. Now this is always kind of happens right here on those edges. It gets kind of concavey. So kind of, you know, plan for that. And we'll flip this again. Give that a quick trim. Give this a quick trim. And the front, trim that off. And that's good enough. Just a quick one so you guys can see how to do this. Now it's a little thinner than I want, so let's go a little wider and we'll call that good. Alright. Move this guy up. Move it over. I'm going to fix the pivot again. Like I said, you guys won't have to do that. That's just something I'm having to do because a lot of the changes, you know, they change that many things in the coding. Apparently, it makes some issues sometimes. All right, now here's the one little difference I'm going to do because I can't use the regular copy and everything. But what's really cool, and I'll show you, is now if you have this option in here, and what that does is you can use all these repeaters. And the radial is really cool now because you can actually rotate a validated object, which you couldn't do before. So it's super cool. It's going to be awesome when this comes out. I can't wait for that. Show you guys how that works. But today what I'm going to do, I'll show you how to bring this to the center and rotate it. Now, this, you won't have that blue dot in here, and it won't have to be exactly perfect because you could do 4 and then move it around a little bit to get it just right. But since I have this, it's pretty easy to do. You know, you would be able to unlock the pivot on yours like this and move the pivot up right here to the line and then move it over. And those dots they have in this world, in the world setting now on the grid, are super cool because of this. So if I click on this, set the pivot, now when I copy these and clone them, I already have the snap set right here, and you can come up here, should be cloned, keep cloning it and set it whatever you want it at, clone it, there you go. Simple, easy table. I'm going to go ahead and just select, let's see, the lower portions, and we'll do that like a dark paint, dark, but we should probably make it a little shinier. There we go. Paint all. And then these we'll go with a little bit lighter brown. Okay. Paint all. Alright, done. Super easy, simple table. Alright, so that's it for this video, and then the next one, I'll do another quick one real quick, and I'll tie it to this one with a link, just showing you how to put this with all the previous weeks all together and make a cool little scene. All right, if you guys are liking these videos, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. All right, thanks.